Albedo Showcase. On her skill, she's able to give herself 60 arch, which is pretty good. Her art, she's able to increase demon units damage by 10% and reduce their damage taken by 10% every time. So if you do that 3 times, it maxes out to 30%. On her true art, she gives a barrier that negates 10,000 damage and reduces all allies' physical damage taken by 20% for 30 seconds. And on her super art, she reduces all allies' damage taken by 60% for 10 seconds and increases crit rate by 100% for 10 seconds. I think that's for the team or for herself. As for her passive, she has both freeze and paralysis resist level 10, and when she's near death, she's able to give herself 300 arch and able to recover HP by 50% for the entire team. As for her weapon slots, she has a 6-star physical, 5-star defense, and 4-star physical or defense, so you could pretty much just put the usual suspects up here for the 6-star physical. You could put Trui Zanagi for more arts if you want. You could put the Robo thing from Kill la Kill, or you could put the 6-star weapon that we have up right now from the Earth Summoner's Road. For the defense, I would say something like maybe her weapon that you end up getting from the gacha, the Hermes armor, or maybe something if you're going up against the Dark Summoner's Road, Gargantua works pretty well. For the 4-star attack or defense, you can just put either Grief, B3 Claws, great. You could put maybe the Gumbray Sword, which is alright, boost attack. Or if you're going to go the defense route, you could put maybe a Phantom Mask, again, if you're doing Dark Summoner's Road, or anything else that'll just give you damage negation, which is pretty hard. So for this one, I ended up hopping on a multiplayer and ended up using my second account because I do not have her on my main. I did end up using a full demon team because, of course, her normal arts benefits off of that. So we have the Earth, Rosie, Vox, and Juno, of course. And she's going to be the main one tanking, so that's pretty cool. I ended up having to wait a little bit here because it was connecting, but, you know, we should get started, like, right away. But there we go. So she's actually pretty cool. I tried to stack the normal arts before we got to the last one. So there goes one right there. So funny names with the whole arts and all, but we want to do this 3 times mainly because it does give us the attack boost plus the mitigation, which is pretty neat. And we're gonna have to build up the arts with these guys a little bit here, so we're just gonna have to like try to live for the most part. Palamisa is a pretty easy crest palace if you know how to do it, so we have to make sure that we get Rosie and Magia Drive Unlimited, and of course Vox and Juno as well in their well, Vox has to get into Magia Drive and Juno has to get into True Demonic Eclipse, which should be soon. So yeah, we're just doing great. So right now we're gonna have the barrier up with her true arts, which is pretty good, and we'll try to get her super arts off and the next time around, that way we end up getting that damage mitigation, which is pretty okay. So from here on out, we should be able to just get True Demonic Eclipse. Yeah, oh, mind you, we do have to build up quite a bit since, you know, we're taking a bit of damage here, but we're okay. Got a normal art with Vox here, so we end up just getting a little bit of health, which is fine. So we Magia Drive with Rosie, which is good. She'll be able to give us that 50% equipment CT up, which is pretty good. I never showcased her when I got her, but I did end up pulling her when she first came around. This was around the time when I didn't have Lisa on my second account. Now I do. Obviously use Lisa. Lisa's a lot better than Rosie, but since she's a demon here, she'll basically benefit us. We'll finally be able to art gen with Juno here, and we're gonna pop the normal arts with Rosie here, so we get that Magia Drive Unlimited. I do believe I had to do it one more time there, and the thing turns green. I think it stops as well. I'm not entirely too sure, but I kind of wish the Blood Knights, the newer ones, did the Magia Drive Unlimited a little bit better. But yeah, it does turn green, so we're right on that. And Juno's just going to keep artgenning here. I ended up normal arting with Vox here, but I think out of panic. But I think we ended up just clearing this easily. Usually, Palamisa has this thing at the end when she has a, she ends up healing herself for a bunch of, like, health. But there it is, yeah, she's healing herself. She's slowly healing herself. But we should be able to clear from here. Yeah, Albedo is just mainly here to just shield us from damage and stuff, but we did end up getting a regular 4, which didn't really help us in the slightest because we wanted a 4+. But Albedo's alright. She's really good at like just tanking damage. Of course, whenever what's his name comes around from Fate, he'll obviously outclass her and just shadow her. But she did decent damage. She's a tank that does a lot of damage. But she's alright for the most part. Like, nothing too crazy to worry about like with her. She's just alright. Like, I don't know. That's all pretty much I can say about her. She's okay. Nothing too crazy. I just kind of wish she was a little bit better in a way. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to the showcase. I know it was short, but like there's not much I can do. I wish I could have shown her off in Dark Summoner's Road, but I want her on my main in order to do that. But let me know what you all think. Comment, like, sub, And I'll catch y'all next time, and we're close to 1700, so yeah.